Dylan, you okay?
This one's gonna be tough on me. So
okay. All right, everybody, welcome
my
to
body
the
is ready.
That's gonna be tough on DM. Welcome to our little channel. This is the Uncanny Prose. We bring you Monster of the Week style stories every week with a lot of house rules and mayhem and characters that hopefully you guys have come to know and love. And we are coming to the conclusion of our story, so we are about to torture these characters that you know and love.
Hey, season 1 of our story.
What?
There will be a season 2.
Yes. Well, we are coming to the conclusion of this arc of what's happening. So last week was a little adventure on its own, and now we have a new adventure, and I was not playing last week. Would anybody like to give a brief, 2-minute recap of what happened last week, or shall we just
I can do
the lovely people into our new adventure?
I can do like a 2-second recap.
2 seconds, go.
Yeah, it was a Rari page, a Tom page, as it were, and Rose watching the whole thing, kind of like this.
As more shards.
I really need the adults back.
That was an Archer reference for those of you who are like a Rory page, like a Pam page or a Ram page.
Mm-hmm.
It
was indeed.
Rose has good judgment. She's just too sweet to enforce it upon other people. She's like, maybe we shouldn't go in guns blazing and get into a massive, lethal gunfight with an entire streaking. Oh, you're doing it already? Okay, very good. I'm just going to hide behind this and wait for the bad decisions to stop. Thank you.
I'll be over here. I'm going to just text Edith real quick so she knows this wasn't my fault.
I'm going to make a social media post. Hashtag shoulder high cover. Hashtag seek it. Hashtag fire on exhale.
For any new viewers who are very confused by this ritual, shiny things help my camera.
Well, lovely. So we are going to start today with Rose and Rory. So, DM, take it away.
So, following the technically successful but also shit show events of the last several days, you find yourself in a hotel, nicer than Michael would prefer, as is your wont, waiting for the return of your friends who have gone off on their own to accomplish something that you're still in the dark about. And for the most part, the three of you decide that you've deserved a chance to rest, relax, sleep off some of your injuries. But unfortunately, it's not, at least seemingly, to be. The first morning after your last journey, in which you raised a celebratory drink at the hotel bar to a wave of news coverage involving some powerful people who have earned your ire, beginning to come to their recompense for their misdeeds. Thomas starts acting a little weird, almost like he did when he was sick again, but he has no fever, no cough. He's just low energy and sleeping a lot and kind of grumpy. And you, Rari, notice through your own perceptions and your own way of looking and feeling through the world that he's putting out substantially more energy and power than you are used to him putting out. It was a slow build. The last time he absorbed shards into himself, the change in his profile and his aura was massive and immediate. And this last time, it really wasn't. In fact, almost nothing happened, and there was no real personality change. But over the course of the next day, he starts to spike, and it starts to get more intense. So much so that you can actually feel that telltale tingle in the base of your neck and behind your eyes when you're even in the room with him, even when he's napping. And Rose, you notice a difference in him, primarily that for the first time in the near year that you've known him, he's just not social. He's not talkative. Usually he can't wait to spend time with you and talk your ear off and ask you questions, listen to you, have you point things out on your phone, explore internet videos and social media sites and all sorts of the fun stuff you usually do. And for a couple of days, he's just not interested in much other than like sleeping and staring at the wall. And the two of you know enough to know that that might be a little concerning. And the first question, before we begin in earnest, is there anything either of you would like to do about it?
I mean, talk about it is the big one.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Between yourselves, or do you try to do like an intervention with the three of you?
I think that we should maybe talk game plan first.
Go for it.
No, we could do that.
Okay. I'd want to find like a place outside of the room then, probably maybe like down at the hotel bar. I'd have asked when requesting alcohol if they have anything purple.
I mean, I can come up with something with like some creme de cassis in it or something. Do you like fruit?
Sure. I mean, as long as it's purple, I'll be pretty happy.
Blackberry bourbon smash coming up.
Once
Club
I have
soda, lime, little bourbon, sugar, creme de cassis, muddled blueberry over ice. It's quite good.
This man knows lots of ingredients. I'm feeling confident about it.
DM was a bartender.
I will take offered drink as soon as I have it. And sit with Rose somewhere. All right. So what do we do about, the thing?
I don't really know. I mean, he isn't really being himself.
Right, and that ain't great because he's had a whole lot of things that are himself coming back to him.
Yeah, I mean, they're different parts of him, but he's usually still Tom. I mean, he's still Tom. He's not like crazy, dark, evil or anything, but
I mean, that's the point of it, ain't it? That it'll still be Tom, even with all of it. That's what we're working for. That's the whole goal.
So, I don't know. Should we talk to him, see if he's just having a bad week?
Well, I mean, if you can get him to talk. If anyone could, it'd be you. But if he were talking more, I don't think we'd be feeling this way.
Right. Maybe we just start with that and see if we can get anything.
He's my friend. And I'm worried about him. But we've also had a lot of talk at this point about what happens if it don't go so good. How are you feeling?
I don't know, I'm worried about him. I really want him to be okay.
And if he's not?
I'll help him figure it out, All I can do is try, and if he isn't him at the end of this, then we have to figure out how to go from there.
Stop him, you mean?
Go from there is the wording I'd prefer.
I don't like thinking about it either. I identify with him more than just about anybody else around here. I also know how Tom would feel about it if he were himself.
I know it's selfish. I want to believe he's going to make it through this.
Oi, me too. You're right. Talking to the first place. After about 2 more drinks, What do you think?
Sounds good.
They come and go as quickly as you please them to. This place, while not high end, it's definitely a hotel for like the convention and business travel crowd. It's comfy. It's got nice stuff.
Something with a few different floors. All right, cool. Yeah, I take a little bit, get slightly more courage in me, and then go back to the room with Rose.
All right. So you go back, and you go back a little later in the evening because you had some drinks. If you go back to where Thomas is staying, I would figure you guys would have gotten yourself like a traveler's suite with rooms, so you could stay together, but not be doing the same intimate roommate setup that you have been traveling under, involving pullouts and what have you. You find Thomas sitting on the foot of the bed, treating it like a chair, with his hands in his head in his hands. The room is completely dark, and he's just staring at the wall. And he doesn't say anything as you walk in.
Well, hey there, Tommy boy.
Hey,
Evening. Hi, Rose.
How you
you
feeling?
okay, Tom?
I'll manage.
You know, you could talk to us about it. Talking to my friends usually helps when I feel like stuff's a little much.
It's hard to talk to you guys about this. It makes me afraid.
Us in particular?
We got to know each other when I was just me. And now it's all changing, and I'm afraid that will too.
Is that because you're changing?
Yes. I feel it more every night now. I thought this was just like collecting pieces. My mental image in my head, I was treating them like those collectible cards that Mike showed me once. Just find and accumulate more of them and get stronger that way, but that was naive and probably wishful thinking. They're pieces. And now they're coming together, and I have enough of them that they're starting to form something. And they're not distinct anymore in me, Rory. They're just me.
You remember why we're doing it?
I need to get strong enough to save the world from myself.
Well, sure. But you know why we're doing it with you. You remember that? Because you're the one that can handle it. You're the direction we want to go.
That's a trick of fate. Either you or Rose, you'd both be fine. You just weren't unlucky enough.
Trick of fate. If it had been me, if it had been me, Tom, we'd already be buggered.
Yeah, Tom, nobody can do this like you.
Because there is no me.
I don't think that's true.
I'm just a shell. I'm just meat. And I keep collecting these pieces and these weapons in me. And every time a new one comes in, I remember things I don't want to remember. And I think things I don't want to remember. And I don't know how you guys live in this place. It's like a world made of tissue paper. And all I keep thinking is, I keep turning into something that I don't like and that I'm afraid of. But if I don't stop something else meaner than me is going to collect these pieces, and he's not going to care what he breaks or what he tears. The other day, I shut a door to the restroom downstairs, and I shut it so hard it came off of its hinges and dented the frame, and I just closed it. I wasn't meant to be here. It's finite. And I miss being finite too. There's something else.
Don't keep us in suspense then.
Ever since I took the power from the kid, my dreams are different.
Different. Not exactly prophetic, not like him.
No, that's exactly what they are. It used to be I just saw strange visions of things roasted too. But now I see us in them. And we do things. And we say things that I would imagine that we would say. And we take actions that I would imagine that we take. And some nights I have the same dream 4 different times and it goes different ways. But the dream I had that first night after that, I can't stop thinking about it.
Would it help to share?
I keep seeing Edith. And she dies. Sometimes different ones of us are there and we try to do things, and sometimes we don't. But every time it ends the same way. I break her neck. And then I wake up.
It's not going to happen, Tom. It's a bad dream, that's all.
I don't have bad dreams anymore. Don't.
Then we'll figure out how to stop that from ever happening. That's not who you are. And Edith is way too strong to go down like that, so it'll be fine.
Okay. Okay. I'll believe you. I hope that they've got good news for us. That's all I'm saying. We're going to find out about now. Michael just pulled into the parking lot.
Before they get here, just remember, first of all, you lay a hand on Edith. I was coming off Tom. You know that.
Good.
Second, you ain't really all that different from anyone. You know, like, there's some obvious differences, what with the whole dark on another tinge thing. But we're all just little pieces of people we're dragging around in our memory boxes until they all come flying out in ways we don't expect. Well, this is a weird one, to be sure, but, like, you might be broken. I think everybody is a little bit.
I just don't want to be him, Rory. I want to be me.
I think everyone feels like that too.
I don't want to be swallowed up into something else. Like Thomas was. I get echoes of his memories sometimes, but there's nothing left of him. He lost everything he was to this. And now I've made something brand new just out of my experiences and my friends and the people I love, and I just want to keep that. Thomas Hemwick never got a chance to fight for who he was. It was just taken from him. It feels weird that I'm in control and I keep making decisions that change me.
You know what you want. You're fighting for it. That's all we can ask of you. Whatever path you decide to go down, I trust you.
We'll be right behind you, Tom.
That's good to know. But if anybody needs both of you right now, it's Edith. She feels turbulent. I don't think she's okay.
I'm gonna make a weird face, and then I'm gonna step out into the hallway.
Tom,
Yeah.
I mean it. We're right behind you, okay? A bad dream or not, I know you. And I know you would never hurt Edith. Okay?
I care
And I know
about
you would
Edith.
never hurt any of us.
I care about Edith. She's my friend. And you love her, and I would never hurt anything you loved, ever. Not on purpose. Just let's be careful.
We got this. And if you start to feel overwhelmed, just look to me, okay? And I'll help.
You always were the stronger one.
I do try. Come on.
She's
Go see
hurting
you
as
guys
bad
soon.
as she's hurting as bad as I've ever felt her hurt, Rose. I think some parts of my dreams might be about to come to pass.
We'll go help her too.
Well, we got nothing better to do. And he stands up, and he's taller. It's not major. It's not like a half a foot, but you can definitely tell there's like an inch or two more on him. He's broader, takes up more space, has more weight in the room. And he just offers you a smile and walks past you to follow Rory.
She just kind of takes a deep breath and follows behind.
And as we exit the hotel as a group, we find Michael and Edith unloading back from whatever adventures they found themselves on.
Edith, Mike.
How's it going, Rory?
Not my favorite. How are you?
Fabulous. We're fabulous. It was a royal goose chase, and we didn't find anything, which is super annoying. And if Aiden calls me with a thing like that again, and it's not actually Tess, I'm actually going to walk into his office and just punch him. Just punch him in the face. Just like full on actual, because it's not fair.
You thought it was Tess.
He thought it was Tess. He thought that somebody found Tess. And I was like, we can go back and we can take a look, because that's unpredictable as hell, because who would think that, no one knows where she is, as far as I know. Which I suppose Jason could actually have been the one who found her and like put her there, but she wasn't there. So it's fine. Everything's fine. It's all back to normal. She's gone and we're all good. And you guys didn't burn everything down. So that's fabulous.
Not here.
Rose is just going to hug
Shuffles
Edith.
feet slightly.
Which one of you burnt things down?
Not
Well,
it.
it's okay. I didn't set fire to the building. I know that's against the rules. I may have
Defend down.
I set fire to some people, but they were bad.
Cool.
Were they bad, Rose?
We brought a bad person to political justice, and then the rest of them were pretty terrible.
Okay.
I endorse burning all of it down.
Found another shard.
That's. You look sad about that.
He's going through some things. Should we get inside? Do you need help with anything?
Are you being followed?
Well, I mean, just in the general sense. Sure, we all are, but not specifically at this moment that I'm aware of.
You're more likely to encounter people at a hotel like this than someplace off the beaten path. That's for sure. What's wrong?
Oh, no.
What? Oh,
Thomas,
no.
what's wrong?
I've been here. I've seen this. We're standing right here. And then
Why don't we stop standing right here then?
Moves 3 feet this way.
Then Rose gets an alert on her phone. And Rose, your phone vibrates.
I lean over to Rory and I'm like, did you eat like a crystal ball, Thomas? What happened?
Kind of.
And then you check it. It's a notification for a news story. And it says, largest mass runaway in history as Wellport suburb wakes up to find all teenage residents missing.
I should just kind of pass the article around for people to read.
Okay, but this is a side quest, right? Like, we have to find the rest of Thomas so we can stop whatever the heck is going on.
You have to go
Go where?
back home.
That's safe right now?
What happens if we go home, Thomas?
You find answers.
Who dies?
Yeah, are you coming with?
Who dies? Okay, somebody dies. Do all of us go in your vision?
Tom, is it the thing you were
All of
just
us go
talking
in
to us about?
We all go. We have to.
I'm going to step in front of Thomas and be like, is this the one we just talked about?
Yes.
We should get a second car. We should get a second car, and Thomas and Edith should not be in the same one.
Oh, great. I murdered Thomas. Okay,
No.
cool.
No.
Let's just get 2 cars and we'll start back to Wellport.
What if we leave Thomas here?
Then you'll all die.
That's just as dangerous, even if we didn't have, Nostradamus over here being, I must say, a bit annoying, even if you can't help it.
If I tell you what happens, something worse might happen.
Oh my god, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But okay, fine, whatever.
In fairness, that is how it works every time in every story ever.
What happened to the sedan I arranged for you guys to get? Did you wreck that?
Define wreck.
I don't think we did wreck it.
Oh no, the new one. No, the new one.
Yeah. No, the new one's fine. Yeah, we did.
We
good.
just got that.
The old one is
We're going through cars like people go through like.
the old one is at a farm upstate.
So can we use it or not?
Oh, we can
drive.
use it.
The sedan is totally fine. We can drive that. I drove it. It's safe.
I don't know if the church blokes are expecting it back or anything, but I say we don't do that.
Okay, cool.
They're expecting it back. There's roughly a 7 out of 10%, 7 out of 10 chance that they will be disappointed.
That's okay.
We'll just split up into 2 teams and start back to Wellport. Easy.
Their odds improve if I sit in the back.
You sitting in the other car.
That is a curveball. I accept.
Okay, so we're going back. I hate how we make plans and then they don't happen. Like, this is giving me anxiety. Like,
That's our goal, though, is to be unpredictable. So this is good.
Edith, have you read the article in depth?
sure.
Do you
read
want to?
the article right now in depth. Yes.
It's your neighborhood.
No.
You recognize the names
Back to our
of some of
house.
the missing teenagers as the younger siblings of families you knew your whole life. 13 missing kids all overnight in one day.
Edith, do you want to talk about that?
Do I want to talk about the fact that it looks like there might be a copycat thing of the thing that took Tess back in our neighborhood again, taking a ritual number of children away in their home? Like, I don't really know if the Fae operate off of like traditional ceremonial magic rules, but 13 is not a good number. Honestly, they're probably gone. Do we actually have to do this one? Can we skip it?
You don't want to skip it, Edith.
Can we call Aiden?
I
We
think
could
this
call
should be-
Aiden to get started.
No, just have him do it.
Is that what you want?
They didn't leave any copies, though. They left a copy of right? Like there's nothing about they're missing, so there's no
They're
copy,
missing.
and there's no bodies. Just like
No signs of violence. That's why it's being called a mass runaway event. The police suspect that it's possibly an internet trend and are asking anyone who might have any knowledge of any like mass runaway challenge or something spreading on social media to report it and inform.
Okay,
Edith, what do
and
you
I'm-
actually want?
sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, Edith, what do you actually want? Fate or not? I got your back.
Thank you. I'm assuming the police check Reddit in addition to Instagram and TikTok. Like,
They haven't found, if they found something, it's not being discussed in public. Like these articles are formed by talking points and briefings that law enforcement gives to press.
We should go get in touch with our contact then.
fine. Fine, we'll do this thing. I don't like it.
Is that something you guys want to do? Call the
Yeah,
Call
we should call our
detective?
guy.
okay.
I'm pretty sure Rose and Mike knew him best.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Who wants to roll for charm and call him and see if
Let's see. Okay.
all right, Rose.
Someday my dice will roll. Okay. 11 plus
Someday my dice
14
will
total.
roll.
Yeah, you call him up and you hear him. He's busy and he just sounds like just tired and annoyed. Just ugh. But you call, you identify yourself, and he goes, "You know what? Yeah, all right. I probably should have put calling you guys on my list anyway." And you hear him like walking, moving through until the background noise of chatter and road noise and stuff sort of fades. He goes, "All right, Rose. Imagining you're calling because you saw the nose."
Yeah. Sorry about it.
I just can't figure it out, man. Kids these days are friggin' weird.
You guys checked every ounce of social media? Do you have any leads?
None at all. In fact, every single one of these kids did some sort of social media-ing the night before, posts and what have you, but it's the most mundane crap. Nothing ominous, nothing indicative, just OMG, look what I'm eating at my favorite restaurant and excited for school tomorrow in Zomja homecoming week. Nothing. No indicia. And here's the thing, man. Runaways take things, Rose. They take clothes. They take bags. These kids just vanished, but it's the only narrative that Chief wants to give them. Sorry?
You don't seriously think they ran away?
I think it's not consistent with any of the facts in front of me. The only thing the Chief sees is a lack of violence, no forensic evidence or indicia of struggle, and a whole bunch of missing kids.
Okay, I mean, they're all teenagers, so there's no way they would have willingly left their phones at home. Any phone tracking you guys can do? Even if they just, the last time their phones pinged were at a central point?
Their phones are still hooked up to their various chargers in their rooms. Not a single one of them went with their owner. These kids left in the night. They took nothing, not even their shoes. They left no sign, no note, no word. They're just gone.
Okay, well, give me just a second. She'll put him on hold. She's like, I mean, there's not really anything to go off of, guys. No weird social media. They didn't take or leave anything on purpose. The weirdest part is not one of them had their phone on them.
It's not weird. If they were taken by this thing, it just lured them out of their houses and they went. It's weird that they're all teenagers, I would think.
Yeah.
Don't these things usually take younger children?
I mean, look, we got good reason to assume, based on the fact that it's your old neighborhood, that it might be something that's ad fetish. But we're also making a lot of assumptions here. You know, this thing trying to take younger kids and whatnot. It's also possible that it's something completely different. You know, we've had Succuboy before. Succuboy are more interested in older folks.
Or here's a thought. What if it's Jason? What if he's just caught these kids and it's, he mind controlled them, Pied Pipered them into the woods, wherever the heck. They're all goners. We should keep doing the Thomas thing.
Well, let me kick the bloody hell out of him. And Thomas better run away.
Is there anything that happened that could be related to this?
You're talking.
I don't want to push you about whatever just happened, but you're clearly not okay.
We have to go back.
We should tell the cop that you should unhold the cop. We don't want him annoyed at us.
Okay, well, I think we're going to try to figure it out, and we'll let you know if we know anything.
Listen, there's a lot of weirdness surrounding this one, and you guys tend to favor the loud and violent option. If you could be careful around this. We got a community hurting and a lot of really scared parents, and as the chief has actively and very, very thoroughly let the department know, this is a PR powder keg.
Sir, I don't think you understand how magic works.
We'll do our best.
I'm a friggin' crackpot magnet. Jesus Christ.
No, it's okay. We're going to work on it, and we'll be very discreet and sensitive. If you've got any commonalities, shoot them over to us, but otherwise we'll get to work.
Yeah. I mean, there's one. They all went to the same.
They all went to the same school.
but there's one of 2 high schools in the entire city for them to go to.
Which high school?
Wellport High, central location. I mean, wouldn't y'all know? Y'all would know fairly well. Isn't that Edith's old stomping grounds?
Why do you know where I went to high school? That's weird.
I looked up and did my due diligence on every one of you when you were suspects for mass murder.
Okay, there's no need to be rude. We're helping. Okay, we'll go check out the high
still
school.
Suspects for mass murder.
We'll go check out the high school. Thank you very much. He just hangs up.
So I know he said we need to. I know we said that. I know he said that we need to be a bit nuanced, but do we still have an outrageous amount of Holy Father blessed armaments?
Yeah, and we got Michael, so.
All right, great. We got far more guns than we're going to need if it does turn into another rampage.
But we should do our very best to not let it be that.
Fair enough.
You know
That's
it's
where
going to
we
be that. You know it's going to be that.
I know.
I don't think so.
We've been able to talk our way out of a couple of problems.
We're looking for missing teenagers. A shootout's probably not in our best interest or theirs.
Right.
But if it is, we're prepared.
You ready to go back to high school, Edith?
No, but that is what apparently the democracy is saying we have to do. So fine.
It worked out so well last time at the dance.
Oh my god, I can literally go into this high school and hey there, fellow kids.
Hey there, fellow kids.
That's actually not a bad idea. See if you get any vibes for if there's an individual or a cult in the high school that could tell me if this is right, Rory. Put tracers on all the kids and then trip them when they all leave their houses.
Wait, but look, it's not only from the same high school, right? It's also from the same neighborhood, Edith's neighborhood. And that means that it's more likely that something was done to him at home. I mean, okay, so it's you got both the high school and the neighborhood in common.
Hold on. How is there no footage of what happened? The people in those neighborhoods have like security cameras. Somebody's got to have a security camera or a ring cam.
Oh, someone who knows more about computers, hack them.
Can we text our cop friend and be like, is there any footage?
Footage, please. And she sends like 6 emojis.
There's no answer.
Okay, well, all right.
I won't say that Rose is above sending one of those memes of like the little kids going like, gimme, gimme.
There's not even the symbol that shows that the message has been read. It's not all that surprising considering he's leading an investigation of an absolute shitstorm, maybe later in the day or night.
Well, we're in California right now. We might as well get driving and hopefully he'll respond soon. Edith?
What?
I'm going to take the car with you. If that's all right.
Right. That's fine.
I'm going to start grabbing my things then.
Do you need help?
No, I'll be fine. You just... Actually, yes. Help me get my things.
Okay. You're sounding weird. And, okay. So Edith will follow Rory up to the room.
Okay. Edith, just do me a favor, all right? Tom is having a very hard time getting a handle on himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting a little bit blank behind those eyes, and I have faith that he's going to snap out of it, but that faith ain't infinite. You know, I'm not as optimistic as Rose is on the whole thing. And he's saying that he saw in his dreams that he murdered you for some reason or another. And this is after eating a prophecy kid's shard soul thing. So
In fairness, I have said that I would murder him too, so
I know, and I just threatened to do it again if he hurt you.
it's a thing we do.
And I am not prepared to lose my chance at not being stuck to a coin anymore.
Edith will give Rory like just a really big hug.
He's just like trying to keep his shoulders all squared and then just
I'll try not to die. But I am small and squishy. And there's only so much you can do to prevent me from dying.
I just don't go tempting fate on me, all right?
We are literally walking back to try to catch the Fae thing that stole my sister and psychically hold her apart for 10 years. So the likelihood of us dying and you ending up as the plaything of a Fae Lord is really high right now.
Or it's not even that.
Rose thinks this is going to end up fine. And I would like that to be true. But you and I both know that's not how these things work. Maybe we can get out of this with Rose okay.
I'd prefer that.
Yeah. But I don't
We've got a responsibility to her and everybody else to make sure that Tom makes it through if we can as well. And, you know, God punching form.
Yeah. And on top of saving Rose's boyfriend, we have to try to save the world.
But, you know, that was the big part of it there, though. When Rose smiles, it does make me feel a little bit more okay with things in general. And I'm glad that they're happy. And I am sorry that you're dealing with this after everything you've just been through. And there hasn't been a lot of time to talk about personal problems. And I should really just go get my suitcase.
You're fine. Thank you.
Don't bloody die.
Well, I won't die like laying down. I'm going to go down swinging. My tiny little arms. She like gives you a tiny little like terrible punch, like on purpose terrible punch.
Okay. He just kind of sways and bounces off a wall.
Yeah. Go get your bag. I promise not to kill Thomas between when you get your bag and get back downstairs.
All right.
We kind of need him to punch the bigger bad guys, so that would be impractical.
He just nods and goes off to get it.
All right, folks. What next?
Start driving?
Yeah.
I think so.
It's an eventful drive, not in terms of what interrupts the monotony of the road, which is just highway driving, but for the constant, it seems, avalanche of news that keeps coming through your news app. Outbreaks of disease north of the border and Canadian border towns with high casualty rates, missing persons, gangland murders of spectacular brutality. The news in the world is getting worse and worse and worse. It's like a dark cloud is hovering over you all, a spiral drawing you in further and further, and it keeps getting tighter. Thomas puts it best after another news report of another missing child discovered. We're running out of time.
Are we even focusing on the right thing?
Yes.
Cool.
Mike?
Even if we weren't, we wouldn't know.
Yes.
Any words of encouragement?
When you're going through hell, keep going.
Perfect. Perfect.
We could see if this is tied to Thomas. While we're driving, we could try to look for the shard, see if it's in the same direction as Wheelport.
That's not a bad idea.
Maybe it's all the same thing.
It's worth a shot. You guys
Laurie?
want to do your thing?
This would be Rose and Rory, right? Oh wait, but who's in which cars? Because we have 2 cars, right?
All right.
Yeah, but you can communicate through phone. I won't say that you can't.
Yeah, we can have our phones on the whole time if we want. We
Yeah.
just have them in the car charger.
So it'd be Rory and Rose communing with Thomas, right?
That's how
Cool.
we've done
So
it.
like Mike and Tom in the other car.
Yep. I'll just pull. Oops, not that one. Oops, I was trying to.
You need that one.
Oh no.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right. I don't know. Link your brain hands and don't think about dying. Shall I roll weird?
Yeah.
These have not been going as well. 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
And 8.
This is weird. You can't sense any of them. Thomas is it.
That's not ideal, right? Because there probably should have been more. Like, there would have been more roaming around, and if they're not out there, then it's possible that they done got gobbled.
Maybe this spell just didn't work.
Right, but it
Just
worked
be-
every other time.
If they got gobbled, then there'd be one of them, and he'd be a beast.
Yeah,
You're not
we
the
should be
whole
able to.
thing, though, right? Like you're still acting. You're not exactly wielding universe-shattering power yet, right?
No.
Then there has to be something. There was more out there.
Don't ask me. I didn't know that I could suppress the signal, as it were. I didn't know that was something that we could do.
I mean, is it something where we're not sensing Tom because whatever got the pieces is Tom?
You can feel him right there in the car. He's pulsing like a searchlight, but he's it.
I just mean, like, if something else, Jason or creature or monster or whatever got a piece of Tom, would we be able to sense it, or would it just be the monster?
Hard to say.
Yeah, uncertain there. But we've been able to sense when people have had it so far.
Yeah, that's the terrifying part.
Okay. All right. Either magic ain't working, or or some other scenario is occurring that I could not possibly fathom. I mean, at any given time, someone might just be covering up their tracks, but I don't know how you'd cover up all of their tracks.
I was gonna say, because it could be one shard's ability to hide, but how would it hide all the others?
If you are all that's left, then we go from there. If not, and we can find anything else, we will resume the normal plan.
Yeah.
Something's wrong.
You know, you just keep saying that, Tom, and I am being very patient, I like to think. This cryptic shit, it's really hard to deal with, though.
You'll understand why I'm being vague. I promise. I'm not actually doing it to be a dick.
I know, that's not who you are. That still sucks, though.
It does suck, but he just kind of looks off into the distance. I think I know what I'm doing.
I'm sorry. You're trying.
Boy,
Okay.
you're welcome.
So no luck.
No luck at all. If anything, it's worse.
Great.
Before we left home, did we have the chance to swing back by our place?
You can.
I was just curious if we had beforehand, because I keep handling the actual physical crown that I possess, and I thought, did Rory grab his crown, or did he not have a chance to?
We did stop back by the house, so
You
we
did.
very well have grabbed his crown.
He would have grabbed it. In that
Talk to Cat.
in that case,
I was going to say, I feel like that's really his only possession, so he absolutely would have brought it.
that and about 5 plot important books. And a now used up coffee gift card. But yeah, at some points during this, now that like he's a little bit more comfortable with anybody, I think he is probably clutching his like comfort possession in the back seat a little bit.
There is no more stops or interruptions straight through onto Weldport unless you want there to be.
Good boy, California. You were warmer.
We stopped for coffee several times.
We stopped for coffee several times. Indeed.
Not bad.
Do we have any other extra burners lined up, by the way? Like, do we have spares?
The spare phones?
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine that Mike had that under control.
You have at least 3.
I was gonna say
Okay.
he made us get burners.
Mike, I'd like to burn one, if that's okay.
Are you going to call your barista?
Well, I was maybe gonna at least message her real quick.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, Mike has a heart. This is a terrible idea, but fine.
I just wanted to be like, hey, it's RF. Little thinking, scratching chin guy emoji. If you did not go out of town, you should do that. It's worse.
She messages you back a question mark. And like,
Thanks.
what's going on?
Spooky times. Please. Just off the radar.
Well, why aren't you leaving? She texts back.
Oh boy, Edith, women are difficult. Like, I'm sorry, not in a sexist way. They're difficult for me specifically?
It's not just you.
Thomas were in the car, he'd go, "Amen, brother."
Mike, do you have a love somewhere? That's weird and out of character.
I have a bunch of sisters.
Okay, but they're not complicated, like complicated.
Mine were in eggs, and they're dead now.
One's a psychic.
Okay, fair. But a boy psychic would be complicated. Thomas is hella complicated right now.
That's fair.
She's asking why I'm not going away then.
Tell her
If
you
I'm-
did go away. Tell her you did go away, and it's getting worse, and she needs to get out of Dodge.
You need to dodge.
No. Dodge is a town in Texas.
Kansas.
You need to go to Texas.
No. It's a saying. Oh, she speaks Russian. It wouldn't work. Never mind. That's not going to translate. Just tell her you left, and she has to leave too. And you'll meet her in Paris.
Paris, a place where people meet when they run away from
Anastasia
apocalyptic.
reference. She should know that movie.
Okay, all right. It's getting worse. I was out of town. And Wildport is getting nasty. Just please be safe. Paris after? Question mark winky face.
She texts back like, "LOL. Is this some kind of game you're trying to play?"
I'm just worried about you.
She sends you a smiley face. Nothing changed in the last couple hours.
I don't know how to help her.
I mean, we are burning the phone. You could just tell her what we know. She'll think you're crazy.
I would just tell her to keep her relatives close. They can protect her.
Okay. Hot goss. There is violence coming to town. That's what I know. Stay close to your family, at least, if you aren't able to take a vacation.
She texts back, "Okay, so apparently something has changed in the last couple hours. Are you okay?"
Oi, right as bloody rain.
No.
Bloody Rain's probably not the image we want to bring up right now.
Well, I was
Other than
More-
the being worried about you and my friends.
She sends a frowny face and just misspelled, "You've been acting weird. I'm worried about you."
Why am I not?
Is that what you're saying?
That and then promise I'm trying to resolve it.
You weren't acting weird yesterday.
I assume we're stopped at like a gas station or something because we're all here. Is there a pickup truck around?
Sure. Why not?
Toss the phone in the back of the pickup truck.
nice. He just takes it from Rory. You're done.
Oh, this ain't good.
Rory, I don't think there was any saving that conversation.
The last
not
message
sure
she sent was, "You weren't acting weird yesterday."
Either you weren't talking to her or somebody is impersonating you. In
Neither option is good.
No.
Wait, were you
I'm kind of leaning towards the latter.
acting
You
weird
see Mr.
yesterday?
I was here yesterday. I was in the hotel.
We were fighting gangsters.
I went into a rampage.
I saw it. It was spectacular.
There's a third concept too, based off of some of what she was saying. What if she doesn't think time's passed?
What?
What?
Like she made like 2 or 3 comments about seeing him and talking to him, and that all happened a while ago.
That's not the weirdest possibility we've faced so far.
Okay, sure. Yeah, that's in the
Especially the
plan.
fight.
All right. Look, there's no way to know. There's no bloody way to know. Let's just get back to town and let's see if we can help children and not die, and see if there's a pretty Russian lady who could also not die.
How did the cell phone work back in time?
Oh, I have no idea. It was just a theory.
This makes my head hurt.
Because I mean, in theory, that shouldn't work, right?
Oh, magic sucks.
I don't know.
Sure, yeah, it might have. Look, all I know is something that was sending my texts backwards or whatever, or forwards, is not the most insane thing that we have encountered, but I sure hope that that is not true, because it would be, if nothing else, deeply inconvenient. Let's go to Wildport. It's getting weirder there.
Yeah. I would imagine like the actual like motto of the town is just something like "Welcome to Wildport, the prize of the West Coast" or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've not thought of it, but probably.
That was definitely the advertisement for this week's episode stinger, though. It's getting weirder there.
It's getting weirder again. Keeps doing that. Okay.
Off to Wildport.
So we continue driving. Edith is just like annoyed aggressively in the front and drinking too much coffee, which is probably not helpful.
So you get back in town. Where do you go?
The high school?
Okay. You say you arrive there kind of like at the end of a school day. You just see large crowds of students are starting to walk out and leave. It's crowded and people are chatty, but you're all socially attuned enough. You detect a mood.
Okay, who will high schoolers talk to? They think that folks are rebellious with like alcohol and drugs are pretty cool, right?
Rory, you should be James Dean.
I could be James Dean. I do love that fella.
Just try it. See what the kids say. I genuinely want to see what the kids would say if James Dean just like wandered into their high school nowadays.
If like high school aged James Dean did come up, I imagine most of them wouldn't recognize him, and he might seem cool if a bit weird with his phrasing of things. Either that or like, wow, this guy's got like a really aggressive energy about everything. He's really upset about stuff, and I don't know why.
He is not passing the vibe. It's not working.
But yeah, I definitely turn into a young, swirly-haired blonde man with a leather jacket and tight pants.
Woo! Mike is just like, no. Why? You know what's going to happen? All the teachers are going to be like, wait, why is... Who? What?
And I'm gonna kind of like... Do I have, like... beer or cigarettes or something to mark me as a rebellious cool kid?
Edith hands you a packet of gum.
Okay. Okay, I'll be chewing gum. And I'm gonna walk by like some of the kids who look like relatively talkative and be like, "Hey, yo, you folks is from Wellport High, right?"
Bruh. Nice pants, bruh.
Yeah, thanks, Daddy, yo. Did you hear about that weird junk that was going on? Or with those kids who disappeared?
Are you like promoting a play or something?
Yes, I am in a play.
What's your part, goon number 4? And Mikey and his friends just laugh.
All
Okay.
right, weirdo. I was just asking a question, trying to be nice.
Does Edith know? Did you say Mikey?
Bruh.
Does Edith know Mikey? Can you hear me?
Does
Yeah.
Edith know Mikey?
Is that
Whoever he said, whoever.
whoever you?
Probably not.
Okay.
Like odds are.
Well, you said she went to high school here, so she could know.
Yeah,
Mikey.
years ago. But
If he's a younger
Could be a
sibling or
friend's
somebody,
I mean, if you want to go over, go for it.
You could take
I
that.
wanna
I
roll
gotta
for
step away for like 2 seconds.
I want to know if I know him or not because that would impact how Edith went over.
I'm gonna say no, just because the odds are very, very low that you would.
Okay, fine.
Isn't that what dice are for?
Yeah, exactly. That's fine.
If you want to spend a luck point and roll for a narrative, yeah, go ahead.
I don't. It's not that important. It's genuinely not.
Rose kind of leans over to Edith and she's like, hey, should we try a different group of teenagers while he does what he's doing?
No, I'm just gonna grab him. He's useless over there. So she'll just go and like literally just remove him from the conversation.
No.
Hi, Mikey. Bye, Mikey.
Bruh. Dude, scars are hot, dude.
Oh yeah, that's right. She does have a scar across her face. I forgot about that.
Freaking baller, bruh. I know, right, man? Freaking fierce.
You want one? Do you want one, sir? Keep talking.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe you could ask your new friends about.
Tell me about the disappeared kids. What do you know about them?
What?
What do you know about the disappeared kids?
Oh, they'll come back.
Why?
They're like always drama, bruh. It's always something.
Who? What? All the kids who disappeared are drama?
They're like, I don't know, they're all like theater kids and mathletes and stuff. Always walking around trying to be in every group and acting all strange and crap. It's just a stunt.
Wait a minute. So they were weird before they disappeared?
I mean, yeah, bruh.
Wait, were they good at everything?
Smart, I guess.
So like B+ smart.
Nah, man, like Kaylin's gonna be like the valedictorian or some shit.
Most of them were that smart.
Man, I think so. I don't know. I don't know them all. I have biology with this one dude. I don't think I've ever talked to him before.
Okay.
Nah, man, he's weird. His name is Steve. He pretends to be listening, then he just watches anime on his phone.
Have they been weird the whole time they've been here at school with you?
Well, poor high lady. Everybody's a little weird. So, yeah.
You said Kaylin was going to be the valedictorian. Is she weird?
I mean, she's super smart. So, yeah.
But like she's always been like that since you can remember?
She's freaking 17 years old. All she does is study. It's weird as hell. She doesn't go to no parties, doesn't watch sports, doesn't come out to events, doesn't hang with nobody. It's just books, books, books. It's cute though.
All right, Elle doesn't need to be called out like this.
Books. Fiction books, nonfiction books, books about weird stuff.
Like what?
I don't know. Just a big fan of all those like novel series, is like that one about the witch and the vampire who fall in love and have a werewolf baby.
Does
I don't
Kayla
think
have
that
friends?
sounds like a great idea for a book, but there are like 12 of them things.
Are any of Kaylin's friends at school today?
I mean, like her best friends are gone too. She could always check in with like math and English club and shit. She's the president.
Maybe we
Cool.
should find someone who knows Kaylin.
I mean,
Does Kaylin have a sister or a brother who goes here?
I wouldn't ask that question around math. That's effed up. That's mean. Of
Why?
course, Galen had a sister. She dead.
Did any of the other kids have dead siblings?
You know, never thought about how super friggin' dark it is, but like a fifth of the kids who go here have dead siblings, yo.
Yeah.
That's messed up. Human darkness and man's inhumanity to man and shit. Bruh.
Sir,
Yeah, you
I
need
know,
to.
I know you're a teenager, but you just need to pick one accent.
Bruh.
I know it's a time of like exploration, but you can just be you, Mikey. Just
Maybe you should.
Mikey is a teenager and does not know who he is. Not to get existential, you goddamn critic.
I'm just
I just feel like that is something Edith would deadpan say. You'd be like, you need to pick a lane.
You need to not walk into doors when they're open so your face gets messed up.
Edith just straight up punches him in the nose. Like an actual good punch. Yep. Tell your friends you walked into a door.
That's hot. We do it again?
Nope.
Gross.
And Edith will walk away or walk back to Mike. Because
As you leave, he's like showing all his friends his bloody nose and they think it's the coolest thing ever.
Boys are disgusting.
Thomas just nods sagely. Indeed.
what if the kids that are gone were already copies?
It kind of sounds like one way to tell would be maybe talking to parents or any alive siblings.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think we're going to get a lot from students.
What?
Do you recognize any of them as younger siblings of kids you knew?
Roll investigation if you want to answer that question.
Yes. Oh, give me another 6. So that is 6. 7.
I mean, I'll give you this. You see faces that you think are familiar, but man, it's hard. You've avoided this place like the plague, and these kids grew up.
Yeah.
So you're kind of going off of like vague impressions of facial features and vibes.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to like look around
At the school, yes. Yes.
okay, you can see some folks. Do you want to try talking to somebody?
I would like to try talking to the most familiar looking person that I can see.
Okay. You see like an underclassman looking boy. He's probably 15 or 16, and he's just hanging out in like the sort of main vestibule after entering, just sitting on a bench reading a fiction novel. And you think maybe he grew up on your street, like not from a family or something, but you think that he's maybe the little brother of someone you used to go to school with.
Okay. Hey, what you reading?
Holy shit. I mean, hi.
What are you reading?
I'm reading Witchy Vampire Lover. It's this series. It's lame, but all the girls like it, so I'm trying to learn it.
Okay. Where do you live?
I mean, I live on Olson Avenue. It's just like 10 blocks that way.
Is that Edith Street?
You
Or
you know where we live, Edith.
That's right, I do. But you grew up and I don't actually remember you. You just looked freaking familiar. Sorry.
Why are you being weird? That's kind of mean.
I'm not being okay. It's been a very stressful year, a very, very stressful year. And when you get to college, you too will get to experience all of this stress, assuming the world hasn't exploded by then. So, excuse
You're not
me.
making any sense. And what the heck happened to your face?
It's been like this for a year.
No, it hasn't.
What are you talking about?
Shoot, I just saw you like last week and you didn't have that. Are you doing some weird like prosthetic thing for attention? Because like you're really pretty and you don't need to do that for any of the guys.
What year is it?
It's 2022, Edith. You okay? Listen, I know Jason's giving you drugs, but you really, really should do less of them. Like,
No,
no,
stop. Who's Jason in your brain right now?
oh God, this is weird.
My
Are you
mind.
tripping out right now?
I'm tripping out. Explain Jason to me right
Are you
now.
okay? He's
No.
my older brother. We grew up together. He gives you drugs. He thinks nobody knows because you buy them at night. And then sometimes you get wicked baked and you watch old movies.
Is your name Aiden?
No. Edith, what's going on?
What's your name?
My name's Donnie. We just talked. I was mowing the lawn. You said hi. What is...
I'm high. It's fine.
Man, I guess. Can I have some?
No.
Damn.
Because I ate it all.
Well, that's your problem, Edith. Jeez. Not the one to repeat the dare guy, but he'd tell you that was a bad idea.
So wait, it's
You've just been on like a week-long bender or something?
It's 2022 and I still go to school here?
No. You live in your parents' old house. I mean, what do you say you do now? Something with sales? I don't know if it's cars or maybe it's boats. How do you not know what you do? How do you not know where you live? Is it that good?
I eat a lot of
Where'd you
bad
get it?
stuff, okay, Donnie?
Where'd you get it? I just want to know. This stuff seems pretty potent.
Apparently I got a season.
She lives in her parents' old house. What happened to her parents?
Well, they moved.
To where?
I don't know, man. After everything with Tess, stuff got weird. I didn't want to bring it up. It's insensitive.
What happened with Tess?
There was the house fire and she died? Guys.
No, okay, that's fine. That's fine. That happened.
I think maybe I should go. You're
Thank
kind
you.
of freaking me out.
I'm fine. It's all good. This is James Dean, and I will point over to Donnie.
Hello.
Dude, wicked Rebel Without a Cause cosplay.
Thank you. That is me in costume.
That's sweet. Where'd you get the pants?
Oh, boy, they sure are tight.
Yeah, no, that's not the style anymore. I'm really kind of glad.
I guess it's not the style anymore. Should have known that.
Was a couple years ago. We called them junk pants, but they weren't comfortable, and the women thought it was a little creepy.
Well, you live and you learn, don't you?
Yeah. You go here?
He's my boyfriend. We're leaving. Bye.
I like older women.
Okay. Hey, you. And he like signals to Mike.
I think Mike is listening.
So, are you like her caretaker or something?
Something like that.
Because everyone thought that there was a psychotic break, but then she seemed okay.
She's doing all right now.
No, apparently I'm not.
I mean, look, I don't.
Hold on.
You'd be doing a.
She comes back to Donnie and she points at Rose. She's like, "Do you see her?"
The cute girl standing next to the guy with the vacant stare. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I mean, that was nice of you.
I mean, look around. You're really pretty.
Can I ask, have we ever met before, or have you ever seen any of us besides Edith before?
I would remember you.
Okay, getting a little weird.
Sorry.
I'm checking
no.
my phone for the date, and if it corresponds to what I think it should be.
It does.
Okay.
I just know I grew up with Edith, man. She watched me when I was little.
Edith, what if we went to your parents' house?
Yeah, we clearly have to go there again, which is fine because I thought it was all burnt down. So
No, you rebuilt.
I rebuilt it.
Yeah, it was the only way they could get the max insurance payment from the city, but your parents didn't want to stay, so they went. And you did stay. I figured you worked something out. My mom thought it was weird and a little morbid, but
Yeah.
grief hits us all funny, I guess.
No, that's a terrible thing to do.
You're acting like you used to, Edith. I'm sorry. Are you okay?
No. Nope. I'm not.
Okay.
It's fine though, because this is probably just a minor thing. The world might be ending, and I may not have to deal with this.
Oh, you're her caretaker. I got it. Edith, it's going to be okay. You have friends and your neighbors love you. But maybe this place isn't the best place for you right now.
Nice meeting you, Donnie. Well,
Yeah, we're gonna go somewhere else.
Thanks, James Dean guy.
Yeah, no problem.
Um,
I'm gonna take my girlfriend now. See ya.
Hurry.
okay.
What? That was her thing.
That's what I said. I said he was my boyfriend. It's fine. I did. It was a good cover. What else was I going to say?
Wait, what do you remember about your house?
This is the thing that I did.
You burned the house to destroy the fetch, right?
Mhm.
And what happened after that?
My parents got there. They freaked out because I burned down the house. Because clearly, if you don't believe that there's a fairy that's going to, kill you, that is a crazy thing to do. So they arrived. They were mad that I burned down the house. They decided that Tess was dead because the girl that was standing next to me was not recognizable to them because she'd spent 10 years in the Fey realms. And Tess got scared off, ran. I was loaded into the loony bin, and I spent 6 months there while I convinced my therapists that I was fine and did not, in fact, believe in magic.
I'm curious, did you actually not believe in magic after it?
I very much wanted to not believe in magic.
That's fair. This sounds like the same sort of things was going on with that. I think we got one or two things going on. Because I don't think it's a time travel thing now.
No.
That is fortunate. I was not prepared for Doctor Who. I think that either people's memories are being manipulated, and that might be happening in concert with the other thing. We've got doppelgangers.
Rory, are you still transformed while you guys are talking?
Yeah, we're far enough away from people, right? That we're not like.
I mean, you're out of like you'd probably be back in the parking lot, like you're not.
Yeah,
by the
I'm
crowd
trying
or
to
anything.
not like say these things in front of everybody, but yeah. I still look like James Dean.
I mean, yeah, I guess I never saw if the whole house burned down. I just assumed that it did.
I think our next step's to go check it out.
Yeah.
Who's been living there looking like me?
I'd like to find out.
It doesn't have.
Concerned that there are a lot of doppelgangers going on. I mean, we at least have you and Rory confirmed if that's the case.
I'd say we have Rory check it out as a bird or squirrel first, at least peeking the windows and such.
That's not a
Go,
terrible
Rory,
idea.
go.
Oh, I can do that. It's close by.
Yeah, it's very close by. It's in walking distance from the school,
Okay, I'll go find a
which Edith would
nice
remember.
corner to go around where nobody's looking, and then I will in fact squirrel.
I'm gonna run back to Donnie real quick and be like, "What does Jason look like?"
Like me, but older and like a beard that he should shave.
That's not what our Jason looks like.
No.
Okay. Cool. Thanks. Oh, also, where do I buy drugs from him?
I mean, like, you usually just swap in the parking lot.
This parking lot
Like, yeah.
at night?
Well, your friend teaches here.
Which one?
Like the dude with the long red hair, patchy beard, Mr. Flynn.
Excuse me?
Ah!
Hold on.
Ah!
Okay. Hold on. I ran back to the group. I'm like, Rory changed back into you with a patchy beard.
Mr. Flynn?
Rory?
Squirrels its way back behind the corner, steps back out as James Dean again.
I drag Rory over to Donnie. I'm like, he teaches here?
Oh wait, hold on. No, you need me to be me.
Still
Okay,
James
yeah, no,
Dean.
I'm not James Dean. I look like Rory. Hi,
Hi, Mr. Flynn.
good to see you, student.
Where's Mr. Flynn's office?
Why is he talking funny? Are you doing something else for like promoting the play or something?
I trying to get in character to help with the James Dean play.
Is that what we're doing?
He knew a lot of very prominent Irishmen.
Okay.
Is
I mean, that
Mr.
makes
Flynn
sense.
the theater teacher?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. He doesn't like it when we call him a teacher. He says he's more of a mind expander.
Oh my god, of
That's-
course he is.
That's me.
I had class with you last semester. Do you remember? You're acting funny too.
I gave him my
No.
bath salts. Where is-
Oh,
Well, I mean, everybody knows that you smoke behind the dumpster during lunch, so I'll keep your secret.
thanks, kid.
You always come back
Appreciate
smelling
that.
like skunk, but it's funny. And then you say you're going to open our minds up to new experiences. You never wear shoes, and you sit cross-legged and play your ukulele.
Oh, you're good at this. Rory.
Am I awesome or am I really lame?
Shoot, Mr. Flynn, everybody loves you.
Okay.
You're nice. You don't talk down to us, and you give everybody A's.
Yeah. Awesome.
You said
Glad to hear
grades
it.
are tools of the man to keep us gate kept from opportunity.
Oh, boy, I am unconventional.
I mean, yeah, that's why we like you.
Donnie,
Hmm?
those missing kids. They
Oh,
weren't
that sucks.
taking Mr. Flynn's class, were they?
A lot of them were, not all of them. I mean, like, let's be real. Like, a lot of the athletes wouldn't be caught dead in the theater room, but I mean, smart kids in the school play has kind of been a thing for a long time, since Jay was in school.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, no.
Since Jay was in school?
My brother.
Oh, Jason. Got it. Okay.
I don't think you ever had him, Mr. F. Probably pretty glad for that. He's a bit of a tool.
Good for drugs and not a lot else.
Harsh but fair.
Well,
Where?
thanks for humoring us.
So, I got a question. Mainly because, like, you're like really particular about the plays, like really particular, and like if people give lines wrong, you give like a whole speech. So who are you having run rehearsal when you're not there? Are you not directing this time?
Because of rehearsal going on now?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm trying a new method, you see, where you need to spend at least a couple of the rehearsals with your fellow actors doing the directing, and that is a way to expand your mind.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Man,
But-
I wish I had gotten cast in this one.
Boy,
Mr. Flynn?
well, just the one thing I request is that I think you'll have a better shot if you never bring today up again.
Okay.
Yeah. But speaking of which,
You're-
maybe it would be a good idea to
sure?
check on that rehearsal.
Last time when I auditioned, you said I had dead eyes. Did you change your mind?
I think I just didn't quite get the full picture on you before, Donnie.
I didn't do enough character work.
There's things there that I hadn't yet discovered, and I'm in the process of currently.
Okay.
But
Well,
I
next
think
time I'll focus more on the character.
Yeah. I'm gonna go get back to rehearsal, guys. What do you think?
I mean, it was super bold of you to like leave Kevin and them alone. So
I think it's a really good plan for you to get back to rehearsal.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
So Mike arrives back with some new tools.
He's had cold wrought iron rods for years now. They're not so great against demons, but they come in handy against Fae.
Cool. And I'm assuming Edith, since she went here, knows where the theater is. And so Edith will lead us to the theater.
I'm gonna be not me again when I go in there, though.
You can be whoever you want, Rory, because I don't know what's happening.
No, nor do I. But I guess that you are a normal, law-abiding citizen to these people. So,
No, I'm a drug addict.
Well, like a previous drug addict, though. He said you're doing fine.
Nope. I have a handler. His name is Dr. Mike.
Okay, sure. But
this is going great.
I don't know what to do.
Thomas, you shut up. You have multiple personalities that could destroy the world. Okay.
Let's just go find this.
Marty,
Mr.
are
Flynn
you
guy.
asking for a buddy? A normal law-abiding buddy?
I figure someone else who can help me sort the damn thing out might be in order.
I could go with you. Or Edith could go with you.
Or we could all just go in.
Here's
we could
the
also
thing.
just all go as a group.
Okay, here's my suggestion.
We don't split
Mike,
up because there's doppelgangers of us running around.
oh boy, I hadn't even considered that. I was going to say I should take Mike because he would be the one that would be least likely to be in a high school for some reason or be known to the people within. But now I'm considering the fact that we should not go anywhere. And in fact, I should probably do some rituals to determine that we're all ourselves. Because all of you bastards might be doppelgangers.
Why don't we assume we're not?
I mean, we have been basically together, except when Mike went to the car.
Is there anyone here
Oh, but he's
doesn't think I should check for doppelgangers?
Oh yeah, Mike. Just why don't we each take a turn holding those very fancy tools?
That's creative.
This might hurt me regardless. I'm not sure.
No,
Okay. it's
dragon
fine.
isn't Fae. That's not
All
your
right.
weakness.
We're tangentially related in Ireland, but it's not quite the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
Also,
Challenge.
you're of the earth. Pure earth doesn't hurt you.
Cool. We all touch it. We all seem fine.
Yep.
Brilliant.
All right.
That would have been a really scary moment for DM to be like, no, actually, one of you starts writhing around.
Oh man, how good would we feel if we just solved it right there, though? That'd be neat. If he was trying to pull a fast one on us like that, and talk to one of us before the session. Ooh, this is good future ideas.
Yeah, it's totally not something I did. That didn't happen.
You got your squirt gun, Edith?
Sure. I probably do. Yeah.
Why don't you give everybody a squirt too, just to be sure we're not dealing with that too?
Shaboop, shaboop, shaboop. It's gonna be real fine. Yes. Nobody's a demon.
No, nothing.
Okay,
Just
we've
get a little
ruled out
letter.
demon. We've ruled out that any of us are demon or fae. Perfect. How are we going to rationalize? You know what? Just give me let me go myself, and then give me a squirt and touch me with the iron again when I get back.
No,
and
we'll go with you.
Let's all go in there together.
how are we going to explain going to a high school rehearsal, all 5 of us?
You know what? It
You
sounds
are
like
a
this
teacher.
person. It
Yeah,
sounds like
you're-
this person. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
It sounds like this person is eccentric and would love to talk to us about why there is a copy of him. Maybe you are his long lost brother. Also, I can be crazy and this can be a wellness visit.
You think I should go as myself?
Yes.
I think so.
Oh boy.
Because also, this is a thing that we should be aware of. If you do have a Fae made fetch copy thing of you running around, we should all be ready for it to go bonkers, because that is what happened when Teresa met Tess. Teresa got murderous.
There might be children around.
We do violence pretty well.
Well, I know, but also, like it might be getting violent at the children.
I
If he's a-
volunteer to help the kids get out of the way. We can run. We got this.
Okay, but we're just establishing I am entering as, not the real me, but like the human equivalent of the real me.
No, you're a teacher, and if anyone asks, you are Mr. Flynn escorting these lovely folks on a tour. And no one's going to ask. We're at a public high school.
Okay. All right.
Before we go in,
Mr.
Edith,
Flynn.
can you give Rose a real quick description of the layout of the area so she can get kids out of there quickly if need be?
Yes, I would imagine there's like a back door to the most theaters have a back door exit.
Yeah. I guess this is a silly question, Keeper. Did Rose go to this high school? She grew up in Willport.
That's up to you. There are a couple high schools in the Wellport
There's a couple.
suburbs. I will leave that
I think
completely
Edith-
up to you.
So is that a yes or a no?
Yes,
No.
up to.
If there's
it's up to
another
Rose.
high school, we'll go to a different one.
All right. Okay. I will just be myself. But as I start to go in dressed as I normally am in my like raggedy stuff, I then pause and like hippie clothes. And then I
Yeah,
step in.
you observe. There's seats, rows and rows and rows of seats, all kind of leading up to a sort of a proscenium main stage where a bunch of kids are like huddling around, like taking notes intently. Well, a perfect reflection of yourself, just with longer and shaggier hair, is wandering around wearing like canvas, like white canvas and no shoes. And he's just lecturing these kids. Like Listen, man. Hamlet's soliloquies are his communications with the audience, not himself. He's getting inside of the audience's head by letting them inside of his head, you see? And he's breaking it down, his innermost thoughts that he can't express out loud. Because if he had that kind of facility with his emotions, we wouldn't end up in that Act 5 cluster beat that we end up having in, right? So you have to view these exchanges when you're talking to the audience and not with other characters as distinct experiences. You're yourself, but not yourself. You're unpacking. Self-therapy. Therapy to a wall, but a wall that moves. Push and
Edith.
pull. Give and take.
Is he right about any of this? I've still got some sour feelings about the Vikings and have made it a point not to read plays about Danes.
Well, he's describing the play accurately, but it's all bullshit. Because most high school teachers teaching Hamlet are just spouting bullshit.
Like some kids are raising their hands and he's asking questions and he's answering them. It sounds like equally informative and pretentious, but he's just holding court.
Okay.
Like,
do we want to confront him, or do we want to
I
hang
smack
back
the two
and-
iron rods together and put them behind my back so the kids don't see that I'm armed.
Hi, Mr. Flynn. I have your long lost cousin here from Ireland.
well,
Hello?
hey kids, are you really here? And the kids look confused and are like, yes. So it's not the weed.
Hey, kids. I used to go here, which means I can tell you that it is now time for an extra break. So,
No, it's good, team. Hey, we'll take 5. We're going to come back and we're going to block Act 3, Scene 3, okay? We're going to get it done in one day. So I want everybody to be extra disciplined, all right? And I'll just stare at him. I'm not hearing thank you 15. Thank you 15, Mr. Flynn.
God, I miss theater class some days.
It's like, all right, man, freaking trippy. So, Irish cousin.
That's me. It's
Who
wild, ain't
kid are
it?
you? Are you I'm just looking. Are you Jack's son or
Yep.
I mean, I didn't know Fogertalk had kids, but shoot,
know-
man, you look scary like me.
You'd be surprised at what some of these Irish folk get up to, you know?
So, what brings you to the States, buddy? It's hey, by the way, it's nice to meet you.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you too.
Yeah, I'm cousin Rory, I guess.
That you are. And I am so happy to meet you. Mine.
Man, there's always room for more family in life. But I mean, aren't we all family when you get right down to it? One big
how long
human
have you been
family.
a teacher?
I started here about a year ago.
What were you before that?
Oh shoot, I knocked around. Had a couple of phases of life I wasn't proud of. Spent a lot of time in a commune in Oregon just exploring the finer points of human chemistry. But
And your full legal name is Rory Flynn?
well, yeah,
What was
What-
the name of your kindergarten teacher?
my kindergarten teacher. Well, I didn't go to kindergarten, so my parents,
What
Where
was
were
their
you born?
names?
Seamus and Lynn Flynn.
Yo, sorry about the third degree and everything here. I know you and I, from from the little I've been told, hold similar passions for like cosmic coincidences and such.
No such
And
thing as coincidence, brother. Just
that's
the
what I'm
universe
saying.
putting on a play. That's right.
Aye. If you wouldn't mind indulging me, we're trying to figure out one of those cosmic coincidences, and our, unique, looking like each other situation. And if you'd be
Whoa.
willing to help us try out a bit of a ritual, would you be willing to hold one of these rods while I hold another and see if we feel anything?
What is this? Some kind of like peace circle thing?
Yes.
A little bit like that, yeah.
Shoot, you got more than my dad's genes than just your looks, my friend. Into the same stuff. Well, shoot. All right. But will you do me a favor? Let's not do any of like the weird esoteric mumbo jumbo in front of the kids. They think I'm weird enough.
Sure. Well, that's
Not
Why
that.
don't we,
Where we smoke.
why don't we head back to my office? And hey, when I'm there, I actually have one of my family photo albums there. You can take a look. That's probably why you're here, right? Just trying to get in touch with this side of the family.
Oh, well, I found myself in the state before I knew that you were around, but as soon as I realized, I had to come check it out.
Wicked, man. I had no idea I had a cousin from the old country. This is nuts.
Well, let's
Hey,
go.
and, it's nice to meet your friends. I'm sorry I've been rude. It's just you get it.
Oi, yeah, of course. No, I understand. My name's Nathaniel.
Nathan, right on, brah.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's do it. Back in my office. Hey, stage manager, Alyssa! Like little mousy girl in a black turtleneck runs up. Yes, Mr. Flynn. Taking a longer break. What I'm going to want you to go ahead and do is I'm going to want you to get the leads up, make them go through a monologue, show off how prepared they were. Spin some freaking parable about the benefits of being off book early. Got it? Thank you, Mr. Flynn. Parable about being off book early. Runs off. That's the key, guys. Find yourself a good stage manager. Make her do all the dirty work. Things go swimmingly. Let's go. Come on.
Rose has a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Rose sense anything supernatural? Can
Maybe.
I roll for it?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm already preparing myself for the potential possibility that he's not.
So you just genuinely have a Rory Flynn cousin?
Like that something strange has happened to reality and that it's not just like people being taken. I'm trying to decide what even the move would be at that point.
Go ahead and roll.
I got an 11 for sensing supernatural.
You don't sense anything, but you sense something else. You're getting a weird energy off of Thomas. And if you just kind of look over at him and observe him as this is happening, he is just staring a hole in Mr. Flynn.
Which one?
The teacher.
Okay.
You're Nathaniel right now.
I'm
kinda
Nathaniel.
Scoot back over to Tom. She's like, are you okay?
They're the same.
Well, they look the same.
More than look.
So, like,
What do you mean?
Professor Rory is attached to somebody else by virtue of a coin?
I don't know. Just tread lightly. I don't think this is going to go how you expect it to go.
None of this is going how I expected it to go.
I'm doing my
I don't even
best
know
here,
what you
Edith.
expect it to go.
Sorry, what?
I said, I'm like, I don't even know how I expect it to go.
All right. Anything else before he leads you back to his office?
No, we're gonna see if he's a thing, and then I'm gonna maybe do some weird spiritualist ritual that may actually be me attempting to determine what's going on.
Okay. He just takes you back into his office, all of you, and it's nice. It's actually like pretty big. There's a couple couches pressed against the wall. He's got a desk. There's all sorts of like memorabilia from the 60s. There's a guitar propped up in the center with a bunch of stickers on it. And he just motions you in. Come on in, folks. Take a break for family.
Okay.
Take a seat if you want.
That's
And,
lovely. Thank you.
I mean, we can't light up in here, but do any of y'all partake of the gelatin variety?
You know, that would honestly be a huge stress relief after everything I've been going through, but maybe right after.
Okay,
Right.
because I mean, I got the good stuff here. I got
Oh
purple
my God.
whiz. I got Satan's mucus. I got all the best stuff.
Marijuana does sound like a real lifesaver after some of the stress I've been having. But yeah, after's good.
I mean, I got some of the pharmaceutical stuff, if you know what I mean. But I make it a personal rule not to do this on site. Edith knows what I'm talking about.
Oi,
I
oi,
I do.
real partier this one.
Yeah, no, something. When I wanted to be a teacher, she's the one who made me promise that I wouldn't expose the kids to this crap, and I've kept my word.
Real responsible person, Edith is.
When did I do this?
It's like a year or so ago. What's going on, Nate? It's weird stuff. I mean, I didn't want to call you out when my kids could be listening, but you kind of just dropped by and
It is
acting
weird.
like this.
Look, if you will humor me for 5 more minutes, I will do my due diligence in explaining what I can. All I can do is tell you that this is just as strange for me as it is for you.
Yeah, I'll give you that, but you got to answer a question for me first.
Wait, you go on and shoot that.
When you close the door?
Edith like kicks it closed.
And he just leans back, but his energy kind of changes. It's just a lot more confident and a lot more menacing. It's not the right word, but just a lot smoother.
Edith immediately tries to open the door.
It's all good. Not Cousin Nate, if that's your real name. Human side or other?
Oh,
Take our
okay.
break right there.
Okay, guys. So we always take a break in a really stressful moment. So go get coffee or whatever you drink.
That
And-
good night coffee.
Man. All right, we're going to start with Rose tonight. We're going to start with Elle.
But why?
Because what the heck? Okay.
No.
So
Okay. Well, that was a lot, and okay, it's fine. We can do our stuff. It's fine. So if you are interested, I'm like trying to get my shit together. Okay. If you are excited about Uncanny Pros and you ever wanted to look into how you might support the stream or get some super cool merch, you can check out our shop at uncannycreations.art.
.art.
And it is super fun. There's tons of stickers, hoodies, notebooks, all sorts of cool things in there. If you have the mind to, check it out. There's always new stuff coming. I've been terrible about it, but I promise there is new stuff coming. Super fun, really exciting. And Chloe and I work on that together. So if you want to check it out, please do. Next up, we have an awesome giveaway sponsor for this season. It is Escape Velocity Comics. They're a comic book shop in the heart of downtown Colorado Springs. They're super cute, fun, clean, very friendly. So if you're in the area, go check them out. They're getting ready for this huge winter sale, so definitely keep an eye on their social media. Thank you, Escape Velocity, for helping us out. Last up on my side of things is I run a little shop called Fateful Designs, or Fatefully Elle, I think, on Etsy. If you want to check it out, you can go to our About Us section, click on me, or I think there is a Fateful Designs tab, so you can.
I think there also is.
Yeah, go to the same place. But they're really exciting. I've got all kinds of new stickers up. My personal favorite right now is I've got a Wakanda Forever in there, and I've been obsessed with the trailers, so you should check them out because there's lots of cool things in there. And it's always getting updated, so super fun. Chloe, what are you working on?
I have a little movie book club that goes on the channel. We read books and watch the movies and TV shows that they have been adapted into, and then discuss whether we liked it or not. So yeah, Read Watch Vent happens some Thursday. I do it with an actress friend of mine, and her schedule has been thankfully very booked the last couple months. So it happens on a Thursday. It'll just pop up in your feed. We try to do it the last Thursday of the month. It's just going to happen. This month we are reading. What?
Oh, I was asking, what thing are you reading, watching, and venting about?
This month we are read, watch, venting about the Anne Rice's The Interview with the Vampire. The new show just came out. It is on AMC, which partners with a bunch of different streamers, so you can catch it wherever. And then also the book. And, we have to do the 90s movie because it was a classic. So we're just talking about all of them. So you don't have to watch all of them or read all of them. Do whatever you want. If you want to come and discuss with us, cool. Be prepared for spoilers because we will discuss the whole thing. Yeah, I think that's it for me. So next up, we have Mike. La 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 la.
Hello.
Hello.
Do I have super loud background noise right now?
Yeah, it's a little fuzzy, but not too bad.
Yeah. Okay.
It would not be Uncanny Pros if we didn't have some sound issues. That's just a thing, as longtime watchers of our stream will know.
I've had my mic off for most of the episode because it's been. But anyway, so I have a little business I run because I really into Dungeons and Dragons. It's my first RPG love, and I've been working with Elf, my latest project, to create a supplement to the Deck of Many Things. If you've at all familiar with D&D, you've heard of the Deck of Many Things, and she's done some fantabulous artwork for it. I'm gonna see if I can share my screen. Yes. And
here we go.
I'm not great with computers.
Now we always make it though. We always make it though.
Okay, there. These are some of the cards. These are actually the print files of the various cards. And if you read the effects of these cards, they're pretty awesome, I think. And I had a pretty fun time going through. We get together every couple of weeks and go through these and through the Deck of Many Things itself and come up with a bunch of different ones.
Awesome.
A bunch of different ideas. And every week the first few times we had a meeting, I would say, this is my idea for the card. And she would come up with something different. Her idea was always better. So I just stopped telling her. I just told her what the card did, and she would come up with something. So, but those are the additional ones in addition to the deck. And she also made up cards for the Deck of Many Things, the original Deck of Many Things. And those are in the book that I'm hoping to get published and have available before Christmas time. So there'd be you can end that now.
Time for the holiday season.
Yes. And I'm, of course, having trouble getting the stuff uploaded to the publisher site because I don't do well with technology. So she's gonna try to help me with that either this week or next. I'm hoping to have the deck should be available at least before Christmas, and I'm hoping the book will too.
Nice.
The first book is a book geared toward martial characters, and this new book coming out is geared more towards arcane casters. And if you link in the bios on Twitch, there should be a link there, at least to the Drive Thru RPG page, and I'll get together with you and update those at some point. But,
yeah. You can, if you are watching us on one of our other platforms, we stream on Twitch and on Facebook and on YouTube. But if you want our information, come to our Twitch page, follow us there. And all of our little bios are in the information page, and all of our faces go to our various projects. So, thanks so much. Next up, we have Dan, and I'm going to make DM interview Dan because he didn't respond to my messages. And so I'm just making a unilateral decision about it. So
yeah, okay, I can absolutely do that. Hi, I'm back. I'm
Hello.
here with Dan, who has some other projects, some watchable projects.
I do.
Listen.
Well, I mean, some watchable projects, mostly through here, but I do have a listenable project.
Tell us about that.
Well, I mean, theoretically, you could listen to many things I do. I often sing in the shower, but I would prefer that you not enter there without my permission. Alternatively, there is a podcast that I participate in. It is called Ombligo del Diablo. If you would like the spelling on that, it is found if you click my name in the Twitch link. Otherwise, it's listed in other places. It is a Mage the Ascension 5th edition actual play podcast where we get up to occasional nonsense and a lot of trauma. And if that sounds neat to you, or if you're interested in the sort of storytelling we've been doing here, feel free to check it out. Just be ready for some stuff. We put the warnings at the front, and we have the mature tag on the podcast for a reason, folks. We have been releasing really the meat of the podcast recently. We are over halfway through our release schedule. A lot of the biggest plot twists have dropped or are in the process of, and things only get wilder from there and a bit more painful. Yeah, check it out. It's a hell of a story. I'm very proud to participate in it. I've told all of my friends from that game that I am really proud to be a part of this one, and they think that the most impressive part of that was when I say that Rory is easily my favorite character that I've played since Vincent, and that is high praise. I had a great time playing Vincent, and very proud of the work I did there.
Should be.
Yeah, check it out. Ombligo del Diablo. It's a podcast. We say words.
Yeah, you need to go on a vacation, folks. You need to be a tourist. You need to go and visit the Diablo's Ombligo.
Indeed.
Stay for some time.
Hey, I hear it's hot there. And has rocks. You can mine deep into the belly button.
Feel things.
Mm-hmm.
Let Dan's gravelly voice and folksy nicknames for characters sweep you away. Like
if Ginger was on this stream here, Ginger would probably be very sad to hear me do this, but why don't you come on down to Ombligo del Diablo and give us a listen here?
That's
We're
right.
looking forward to seeing you there, but trying to avoid staying too long. Can't guarantee you won't meet anything out there in the night.
Sounds like the main character of a first-person shooter that is well reviewed.
Yeah. Gears of War. If you like Gears of War, maybe you won't like Ombligo del Diablo, but I sure do talk like that sometimes.
In any game about mages, monsters get torn apart too. Not necessarily with a chainsaw, but with magical powers that bend space-time and create awful universe-consuming paradoxes.
If we're still trying to fill space, I can talk about the fact that I had fun building Vincent too, mechanically. My whole, in Mage, there's the different spheres of magic, things that they do. And he was pure prime mage, the magic of magic. So his abilities were just, my magic is that magic doesn't work on me. I'm a normal guy who is really good with my revolver. And none of this weird stuff happens to me. When things are shot with my gun, they react like normal.
That is the voice of a revolver wielding man.
Yes.
I would ask anybody not to. Everyone's back.
Yeah.
Hi, we're back. And super stressed.
Yes. All right. So
Stressed out.
I'll repeat the
Okay.
question.
Yeah.
Do you
Give me
come from
that
the human
line again.
side or other? Are you one of mine? We really look alike.
Okay, who are you?
Oi, all right.
I'm
Yeah, we can
Rory.
talk maybe a little bit more plain than I thought we could then, because I was trying to figure out what was going on with you.
Listen,
I'm
are you here for some big old bonding experience, kid? Like some old daddy, I found you. Why'd you leave me?
no,
Because
I
I
am
want to
not
rip
here.
that band-aid off. There are a lot of you. I don't know you all. It's been a journey for many, many centuries, and I just don't care. I'm sorry.
Okay, I think we can shoot straight up with each other then.
Sure thing, hatchling.
Hatchling.
You smell like a hatchling. You act like one too.
Bloody, I have been around for centuries too.
And
What?
What are you?
you
Dragon.
know.
Rosie's dragon.
Especially you. And he just nods his head at Mike.
All right. You're fading.
It's a dragon.
What? Faye, that's an insult, kid. You need to watch who you're walking around talking to.
Who
looking
has
to touch iron.
Or
Now,
wait,
I'm
no.
going to ask again, are we related? Which family do you come from? Which clutch? Are you one of mine?
Okay. I. This is going to be harder to explain.
I don't think
Listen.
we.
Well, it's not that hard to explain, is it?
It bloody is.
And
Okay.
his teeth are sharp and his eyes flick and turn yellow.
I'm Rory Flynn.
Are you now? Fascinating.
And I'm not lying. And I'm kind of getting the sense that you're not either.
No, I'm not. But you can't be me. Don't get me wrong. As happy as I would be for there to be one more of us in a way this cheap and easy, that's unfortunately not how it works.
This is magic. Some really weird magic. This ain't the way I left this town.
Do you have a coin, other Rory?
I have a lot of coins, Edith. You know this.
I am currently super high on bath salts and don't remember anything of the past year. So,
Good Lord.
pretend like I'm stupid.
You literally used yourself into retrograde amnesia.
Yes, that's fine. We'll go with that.
Is that what happened to you too, Connor?
I've
You know,
never
Mike-
met you.
You know, Mike.
You've more than met me, buddy. Last time we met, you tried to kill me, remember? Can't suffer one of my kind to live.
Oh, boy.
If I tried to kill you, you probably wouldn't be here.
You learned real quick that all your fancy bullets and stuff don't really work on people like me. And
Oh my God, are we in the wrong?
for vengeance. Is that what you're back for? Y'all gonna try to help him kill me?
No,
that
I
possible?
would not try and help Mike kill a dragon. Thank you.
When were you born?
Oh, good Lord. Well, how to contextualize this for you? I was going through my adolescent mood swings roundabout when Rome was rising and falling. I don't really remember much of my childhood. Then again, most of us don't. That's kind of part and parcel when we're more lizard than person. But,
So he's older than Rory.
Is it possible that a few hundred years after the Roman Empire fell, you fathered a clutch of eggs?
I mean, not only is it possible, dude, I must have children somewhere. You know how it is.
Like in Ireland?
I have them many places, yes.
Looking more and more like Rory is one of your offspring.
What? No, that doesn't make any sense.
I don't think so.
Even if
Did
I
you ever
were,
meet your-
The wrong thing.
Did you ever meet your sire?
I know my mother.
Yeah.
Who's your
Hey.
mother?
Takes two to. I
Yeah,
don't think-
no, he's
There's a biology classroom down the way we can probably go to.
maybe he is an expert in dragons and creatures of the night.
Hold
Who's
on,
your
I'm
mom?
actually pulling up my notes real quick, just making sure that I get this correct.
What?
I think we might be in the wrong place, like dimensionally.
Yeah.
He knows Mike and you and Rory, even if Rory is his kid, which I really don't think so.
Do you know Rose?
Yeah, hi, I'm Rose.
Hi, you're acting normal for you.
Okay, so
You
you
know-
knew
you know-
all of us then.
Him?
Yes.
No, actually. Although I would appreciate it if he stopped staring at me like that. Or
I
I'll
don't think he
make
can.
him stop.
I don't think he can. It's a character flaw.
Hey, it's not a flaw, it's a trait.
My mother is Dorian. Thank you very much.
Excuse me?
My mother was Dorian.
This isn't funny, kid.
I ain't joking. I'm not trying to come to fisticuffs with you. I'm not trying to square up. I'm not trying to pull any shenanigans. But you got my smell.
What's your play here? That's the
We-
first time I've heard my mother's name come out of somebody's mouth since she died. Who are
Your
you?
mother's name also?
Yeah. And as
Yeah,
far as
he's-
I know, my brothers and sisters are dead.
Aye, same. At least that much is the same.
Fascinating.
We are in the wrong place.
What? Answer me this question then, me. And I'm gonna just say in advance, I'm not trying to pick a fight with you either, but I've got to call this plain. Why are you so weak?
Hi, that would be my fault. And I show.
No. um,
It's actually the Fae's fault.
Okay, but he's attached to me now.
But because of the Fae, you didn't do any of that.
No, I didn't. I accidentally got his coin.
What's wrong with the hatchling?
it was the fair folk.
I-
Did you?
I think you are him and he is you.
Yeah, I'm coming around to that.
I think streams got crossed somewhere and we're somewhere we're not supposed to be. I think Rose is onto something.
So the fair folk, that's what you're not a baby. That's why you feel puny.
Aye.
What
Benner?
the hell kind of trouble did you get yourself in with the Fae?
The village. Did you know the girl? Did you remember the girl? Did you talk to the girl?
Rory, which girl?
The first
It's been a
one.
while. Yeah, of course I remember her. It was an important time. If not for 70 years with her, I wouldn't have learned what it meant to be human and probably wouldn't pass as one.
He had
It
70
didn't go
years
so
with
well.
her.
Hmm?
It didn't go so well for me. I said who I was too quick. She weren't ready. She got afraid. Everybody else found out. They smashed the rest of Mars Clutch. I couldn't take it. I killed him.
Oh. Fascinating. That's not what happened to me.
Okay. The differences here go back a long ways. We've established that I don't know what we're supposed to do. The Fae got pissed at my shenaniganry, and that's what happened with the coin.
I'll admit, I'm just curious. I don't really give a shit what you do, as long as he doesn't take another shot at me, as long as she doesn't go, and he just nods to Rose, as long as she doesn't go full crackpot anymore, and as long as Edith doesn't take this whole like pissed off, angsty, avenging angel thing too far, I don't really give a crap. This is my territory. You're welcome to live here. If you want to challenge me for it, go for it, but I'd eat you in one bite. I don't recommend it.
We need to get back to our reality. We're in the wrong reality.
Tell us what you know about Rose.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions. You can't just throw that at somebody.
Wait, are you all going to do this whole thing? Like you're different and from different realities?
Yep.
Oh my God. You're a witch. Big fun. I used to get together with you all the time. We'd share magic, talk philosophy, talk spellcraft. And then one day you started hearing voices. You started talking about a man who was following you around everywhere. You could feel him under your skin. And you cracked up, lost your mind. Last I checked, they checked you into someplace permanent because you were gibberish and smearing things in blood on the walls. It was really very sad. The human brain is so fragile.
Okay, well, one, I think it's cute Rari and I are friends in every universe. But two, did you get a name of the man? I mean, come on. I thought we were buddies.
You never gave him a name. You just said that you were seeing things. That the thing that really bothered you is that you felt him. That you sensed when he was around. And that you never felt alone. And then eventually you tried to do something about it. And, well, I'll give you this. It was theatrical.
I was upset that I was never alone. That's not right. Period. But okay.
Is what it is, Rose, honey. I'm glad to see you, not a crackpot.
Well, that's sweet. But also, you called Edith an avenging angel, and I love that for her. But what does that mean?
You can feel the emotion coming off of her in waves, can't you? Scared, confused, looking to hurt shit. That is, well, if you were going to play this whole alternate reality thing to the hilt, which I don't really care. I don't give a crap. Sounds weird to me. Your other self is a sweetheart and absolutely toothless. That's not you, Scarface.
My other self is a sweetheart. My other self just gets high behind the that's it. That's all I do.
That's not all you do. Goodness. No, you sell motorcycles, you volunteer at soup kitchens, you babysit the locals. You volunteer sometimes around here to help build and paint sets. You're in college, you're looking to go get your PhD.
Okay, this might interest you. In the reality we come from, Thomas here is, how do we describe this? A god pulled through from another dimension and then split apart, and he's reassembling. And
How's that all?
if things don't turn out right, it could be the end of the universe.
Like one of the universes or all the universes?
Possibly all. So
We're here now, so I'm gonna guess all.
Oh my goodness.
So
you guys have had a number done on you.
yeah, you can.
It's honestly kind of cathartic to talk to somebody about it.
You can cast a spell, see if we're lying, right?
You're not. You believe every word. I can smell it.
Boy, I missed that.
Do we think we're?
Who put
You think we're
who-
crazy?
So who put the whammy on you?
Sorry, several things happened there.
I'm like, Rose just wants to give Rari a hug. That sounded so sad.
Oh. Oh, thank you.
Somebody put the whammy on you, but good. Fascinating.
Can you help us?
I hope you do what, Edith?
I don't know. But I don't think we're supposed to be here. And also, I think if we don't get back to where we were supposed to be, both places might perish. which is a aggressively dramatic word, but it is the only one that is coming to mind right now.
Well, I don't know what all you're afraid of, but I'm gonna just caution you. You're in a reasonably safe space. I haven't lost a fight in a millennia. Nothing's coming. Nothing's gonna burn this place down. I am finally getting to put on Shakespeare as the main stage, and if anyone tries to mess that up for me, I'm going to melt them. So you're good. Just calm down.
Okay.
No trans-dimensional mystical monster creatures are going to get one over on you guys. Just focus on getting healthy.
Do you know a guy named Jason?
Jason Grayson specifically.
Shit. I feel like he wrote a book or something.
Aye.
Okay, good. What was it about?
Some shit about magical theory. I remember it seeming a little strange, so I didn't dive too deep into it.
I pull out Jason's book, not the published one.
This one?
Hey, Rory, why don't you take a look at this? Tell me what you think of the theory inside of it.
He just... All right, one moment. He's flipping pages really fast.
Mm-hmm. It's got a lot of computational power, that one.
So what's this guy's story? He's crazy?
Aye, among other things, he's also pretty damn smart.
Crazy and brilliant.
I don't know about you, but that's beyond my ken.
None of this shit would work. And he throws the book back at you.
None of it would work. What do you mean? None of it would work. None of it would work without enough power, is what you're saying.
Without enough,
crazy.
Without enough power, it's not just your brains don't work that way. Our brains don't work that way. You can't bend reality like that. This dude's talking about some kind of dimensional geometry as a source of power. It's not how it works.
Right. It's
okay.
Totally
it don't
true.
work like that for us. It don't work like that for them. Why don't you check out our friend here and see how it works for him?
All right, hit me.
Thomas, would you mind, I don't know, doing like a little bit of a thing for him?
Thomas is just kind of staring at him. You're real. Rory looks up. Yeah, kid, I'm real. Are you one of the crackpots? No,
Don't
you're
call
really
him
real.
that.
Sorry, gross.
And he just opens his hand. Some kind of dazzling effect happens in it. You find you have to look away. It hurts your eyes and hurts your brains and just, closes. And now he's leaning forward very intently. Well, that's fascinating. And who are you, little godling? Thomas just shrugs.
You ever heard of the Shattered King?
In
Did
fairness,
you learn that name?
Oh, sorry, what did you say?
How did you learn that name?
in the book,
We all met him when he brought us back to life.
Oh,
Jason
that would
killed
explain
us.
it. That would explain it. I don't know that I can fix you.
I don't know that we need to get fixed personally.
we just need to go back. That's all we need.
Nowhere back to go, kids. You walked through the land of dreams and you came out changed.
Well, what do you mean, changed?
You said you met the Shattered King.
Mm-hmm. A little bit less shattered now.
Walking right past that one. That's what he does. It's why people used to be afraid of him. You'd pray to him in dreams, and he'd change things for you. Take away grief by making you forget. Grant you success by gifting you knowledge. you'd wake up like you always knew it or never knew it at all.
Rory, here's a question. Would you feel, based on what you know of me, that you're a bit less traumatized than I am? A bit less filled with grief?
I don't. Filled with grief. Life is long. I don't know where you've spent most of it, but if I would say one thing about you, it's that you seem mortal.
More than I'd wish.
Listen, I don't. This is very, very weird, counseling myself. This is a long life, my friend. You gotta let shit go. You can't just stew over coins and girls.
We're
We're
working on these things.
we're doing things. We're trying to fix what got broken. So that we can go back to stewing like normal people. Like, you're stewing over Shakespeare. Shakespeare is dead and completely irrelevant.
I mean, as far as you know.
Shakespeare
I wouldn't
is
say he's
completely
irrelevant.
And yet here you are.
I mean, next time I see him, I'll tell him you think he's dead, and he'll probably get a kick out of it.
He knows everybody thinks he's dead, right?
He
knows everybody thinks he's dead, right?
Yeah, it just seems to amuse him. He has hair now, and he enjoys that.
Okay, all right. Pushing past old Englishmen. You have access to more power than any of us except Thomas, and you got more control over what you got than Thomas does. I don't. Is there a next step?
For you?
Ollie.
Oh. Not any I'm eager for, I'll tell you that.
What would you be less than eager for?
Our consciousness goes through phases as dragons, dude. First, we start out the way we are, and then we become creatures of the earth. We meet people, we walk among them, we talk to them, we learn from them, we mate with them. This happens, but time is a harsh mistress. You just march on, and eventually you just outgrow it all. I don't know where the ancient ones have gone, but I don't want to join them. Did you ever ask Mom what happened to Dad?
I only had a few decades with her. I never got a chance.
I'm sorry. She was remarkable.
I know.
It broke my heart when I shoved that sword in her heart.
What?
She had what I wanted.
What was that?
We don't do well together, Edith. Dragons are territorial creatures, they're individuals. Eventually it was him or me for the old country, and her and me for the old country, and ended up being me. I had a good 800 years, came over here. I met Weldport's old resident fire-breathing reptile, and he was just as hostile to new company. Same thing happened to him.
Okay.
I don't know if there's any more of us besides me where I come from.
There are. You're just up and walking around.
Okay, first of all, though, how would you know that for sure? Because you don't believe that other place exists.
Because right now I'm it.
Oh? What? You're
He's
saying that there are more that aren't up and walking around?
I went through this whole phase where I just wanted to talk to somebody else who had been alive as long as I had. I looked around. Can't find any. I found evidence of them, though. They're just gone.
Okay. This is great. But how do we get back? Also, if you know the Shattered King, can you just call him and ask us to pull us back?
I know of. I don't know. And no, I don't want to talk to any of them. Further you go outside of the veil, the weirder stuff gets. I am not looking to converse with some old psychotic dream death god.
I think that it'd do me a lot more good than you. But in case there are any similarities, and you want to do your flippy thing again, you can take a look at this if you want. Some old monk's journals might have some more information on where the old ones might have gotten up to.
Which books?
I'd pull out the journal I bought at the auction to let him do the flip thing through if he wants.
Goodness, you have been around. I read that 100 years ago, bud. It's okay.
All right, then. Just making sure we're not covering any new ground, then.
Now, I need to ask you a favor, and this is just me asking for a favor. It's really going to be more of a favor for you guys. If the weird kid doesn't stop staring at me, I'm going to twist his head the wrong direction.
Edith takes Thomas and faces him to the wall. Better?
Edith.
What?
Do it anyway.
Do what anyway?
With the iron, do it anyway.
Who has the iron? Is it Mike? Okay, Edith just literally, no hesitation, grabs the thing from Mike and just lays it on. I'm assuming this is not a very large office. Lays it on Rory number 2's hand.
He just stares at it nonplussed, and then his skin starts to sizzle. What the?
I use the other rod, start beating him in the face with it.
Wait, no, we need to know. Okay, but I guess, I don't know who. Fair. Edith is just going to step back because there's no stopping Mike.
Reels after the first couple of them, and then stands up and starts changing. Wings start unfolding out of his back. He starts to grow. And then Thomas leaps out of nowhere with the other rod and jams it as far as he can into the thing's chest. And in a poof, pebbles, sticks, scales, eyes fall to the ground in a puddle where it used to be.
It's a fetch. We were right. But the fetches are impacting everybody around them.
It's a fetch of a dragon?
I mean, that's big, but yeah, that's what that is. That's 6.
What the hell made that?
Jason?
It still doesn't explain why
No way.
people have different memories of what you've been doing for the last year.
It's because it's been here.
Yeah.
How could you have known?
Yeah,
It's been
it's been here.
But how
And
could he, how
changing
could
their
he have
memories.
No, making memories.
known?
I
How
didn't come back to school. Why would I come back to school for the last year? I haven't been here. I haven't been to my parents'
So
house.
is there a fetch of you here?
Probably.
All of you.
And Rory's got a good question. It knew of his past. Well, I guess the Fae would have known that. They could have.
They give
One
you.
of
They give stories. They're easy to believe.
Guys, one of them could have.
One of what?
One of the Fae sure could have.
You? Whatever your thing is.
No, the Fae that trapped him in the coin would know enough.
That's a possibility too.
One of the two might have something to do with it.
Rory, I'm
Just-
sorry.
No, it's okay. I think I was the one who derailed us on that whole thing because I was just so desperate to believe that even if it was me, that there was nothing. We got to keep moving.
What? No, not nothing. Not nothing. This is not a good time for nothing.
Guys, we just killed the drama teacher. Maybe we need to go.
Yeah, probably.
There's no blood or anything, just a pile of sticks. And,
All right, but he's not coming out of the room. I mean, I could, but
yeah.
Actually, that's not a bad idea, Rory. You come out of the room just as him, and we just leave. And then we go find me. Or start with Mike. I don't know, because there's a Mike running around, and there's
I
a
have
Rose.
another idea. I think we need to talk to Rose.
Yeah, the crazy one.
Yeah. And we know where she is, and it's not like she can leave.
that's not even a good cover for a fetch. Why would
I don't understand what she would gain from acting like a crazy person and getting
I
locked
know?
up.
And this, I don't think that Rory here at the fetch, Rory, to me, was. He didn't seem like he was lying or insincere. He seemed surprised when that hurt him.
He thought he was you.
Teresa
Oh.
thought she was Tess.
That's bloody awful. That's bloody awful, that is. I know we still gotta try and get things back to the truth, but that sucked.
I'm sorry.
And we gotta keep.
Look,
All right, you're right. Yeah, we gotta talk to Rose.
On the bright side, at least you didn't kill your own mother.
That part is nice. I haven't seen her in a very long time. Maybe she went to the place that this one apparently knew about that I don't.
Let's pull out those crystals and make sure we're keeping an eye on things.
Oh yeah. That's a good call.
We
Just
should start just
We
watching.
should use that.
we should make
more.
glasses out of those.
We literally should just make them into glasses. I'm sure it's a thing that could be done.
Or at least a monocle.
there's nothing really weird except for the pile of weird stuff. It is pulsing with power.
Okay, I would like to look through this thing and see if there's anything useful inside of the pile of sticks and weird stuff. Like a charm or
Go ahead
something.
and roll. Go ahead and roll for sharp.
Oh. That's a 5.
What should I have you find then?
I can also attempt to assist. I'm not the sharpest one either, but
I'll
I
let
would
you roll
be
for. I'll let you roll
interested.
for it.
okay. That's 9 minus 1, 8.
If you sift through all the crap, eventually something glinting catches your eye, and you find what looks to be a perfect replica of your coin.
Looking at it through the crystal, does it look like actually the coin?
It's weird through the crystal. Warped, strange edges, all angles. It's almost like a cow trip through the crystal.
I know I can't hold mine really. Or at least like, I don't know. It's been a little bit weird since it got passed around a few times before.
You can
least
hold
you-
this one.
Yeah. Okay. So I can pick it up and
In
manipulate
fact-
it and everything.
It feels strange. Like you feel kind of like this pulse of something.
You probably shouldn't hold on to that, Rory, but we should keep it with us, I think.
Well, I mean, we could.
Roll
I
weird.
could try and use it as a focus for
weird.
augury.
Roll weird.
All right. Oh, good. 13.
The moment you give the weird feeling any of your attention, you're suddenly swept along a sea of flashing memories. You see yourself in various romantic moments with a woman so familiar it makes your heart hurt. You remember conversations with your mother, not the content, just that they happened. You remember dueling her, a somber occasion with a tragic ending. You remember living in all these cities and seeing all this history, coming over to the new world on a boat, killing another dragon, living your life, having a dozen marriages and hundreds of human kids, some of whom you were close to, some of whom not, conversations, experiences. And then just like that, they wash away and the coin crumbles.
I think he'll just cry a little bit.
Edith will go over and give him like a big hug.
Fuck. We gotta. We can't. There's no time. There's no time.
What do you mean there's no
for any of it.
time?
What? To process this?
Well, clearly we have to save the world so that you could go to therapy and other things. So
Oh, I thought I'd got most of this out on the beach.
we're going to get up and we're going to go and we're going to find the rest of it. And we're going to put Thomas back together so he can handle this.
Okay. All right.
Okay? You're going to be okay.
What clothes was he wearing?
He was scrappy and I don't think
He was dressed in white canvas.
Yeah.
I
Looks
do that.
Loose fitting. Yep, it's fine. You remember.
Okay. All right. Poke my head out. I'm sorry, kids. It's been a real hell of a day. Please go home, study your scripts hard, and
Edith
see
will like tap him and be like, tell him the stage manager is directing from now on.
and listen to the stage manager with further updates. I really trust her.
And you just hear like a chorus echo from like into the sort of side room from all across the auditorium and whatnot. Thank you, not feeling well. Listen to stage manager. Bye.
Okay, can we leave now?
Give him a minute. Yeah. Okay. No, we're doing good. We're gonna do what we've done with our emotions for most of our life, Rory.
Stuff him.
We're gonna put him in the anger box, and we're gonna get angry about him, and we're gonna do things, and then we'll deal with him one unspecified day in the future.
Later. It's fine.
Later.
We'll just stuff him.
Fine. All right. That's no time for children to leave a building. Let's go.
Okay. And we go back to the car. Wait, we're trying to find Rose. Oh, we know the institution, right?
We know where she is, yeah.
So it's
You would know what the institution is, certainly.
the drive is uneventful, and so is frankly getting in and getting to the visitor's desk. And in fact, like the nurse on duty seems just kind of bemused and is like, yeah, That's fast. Just hasn't had any. I've never seen her have any visitors, and I'm so glad you've got here when things are so much better.
Things are going well.
She's well is an overstatement, but she's not violent anymore.
Well, that's good to hear.
She just seems resigned, but she eats, she takes her medicine, she participates. No more suicide attempts, no more attacks on the other patients. I feel like she's making real progress, and I'm glad that. Well, I guess she has a sister that cares enough to come see her with some friends.
I
You don't recognize me, do you?
No. Should I?
No. Question though,
That's
is
alright.
this the one, just because you would know this DM, is this the one that Edith was at?
No. This
Oh,
is
it's a different
hardcore.
hospital.
This is not like a behavioral medicine inpatient facility. This is an asylum.
Okay. Say more secure facility.
Let's go see her.
I have one question for you, honey. And she sort of nods at Rose before. I didn't know she had any family. Do you know what's been going on? Are you informed?
I got a gist of it. I live across the ocean, but I wanted to make the effort.
It might not be very pleasant for you. I'm so sorry.
I'm getting that sense, but we need to see her.
Follow me. She leads you back several winding hallways before coming up on her room. She swipes her card and makes an after you motion.
All right.
Kind of walks in.
You see yourself much skinnier, drawn, as if malnourished, short, choppy hair, just sort of sitting in a nice white room with sparse furniture. She's got a chair in the corner and is reading a book and looks up and sees you enter and just sort of seems to just nod and gives you a sad smile.
Hi.
I've been waiting.
But expecting to company then.
Of course.
You know we're here to kill you, don't you?
And she closes the book, stands up, looks you right in the eye, Rose. Please just don't make it hurt. And with that, we'll end with part 1.
I don't feel good about killing these things.
I don't feel good about this at all.
You're not
It's
supposed
bad.
to.
Well,
That's
my next question is obviously going to be will everybody go back to normal when you're all gone?
I'm gonna say what happens if
Does it help?
Nothing helps.
I know. If it doesn't help, then why are we doing this to
He's
Rose
just
and Rory?
that.
That's just.
I have no comment currently, but these questions all have answers. And
Yeah.
I love keeping for curious party. I thought you guys would go right to Edith, which meant that this could be a one episode session, but you didn't, and I enjoy it. There's obviously story to be found, so
Yeah,
we'll
for
see you
real.
back next week for part 2, the conclusion to this particular story, where
And many
it's
very
gonna get-
anxious players.
it's gonna get so much worse.
I'm about to cry, guys. It's not okay. Poor
Oh.
Rory, and now little sad Rose. I don't know if I can do this.
You can do it. Okay. Well,
That makes sense. I mean, A, sorry I hurt you. B, that's a compliment. So,
Yep, it's good.
All right.
It's good stuff.
well, we love you guys. Thank you for watching.
Thank you
Tune in
all.
next week for
good
another
night. We'll see you next week.
Tune in next week for Sad